Hello everyone and welcome to the latest in our series of explainer videos. Today we're going to be spending 3 minutes on the information lifecycle. The information lifecycle is important because it helps you manage data, information and records right the way from creation through to archiving and destruction and everything in between. There are 5 key elements to the information lifecycle, and the first and one that's most often overlooked by organizations is planning for data and information. What data and information do you need? But one of the reasons why you plan for data and information is because there might be costs involved. It might cost money to buy, it might only be available under license. You might need specialist software to exploit it, you might need specialist skills to exploit it. The second question you have to ask yourself is, does it exist? Is it even available? If you need something to 3 decimal places and it's only available to 2, is it worth getting the data and information? Is it going to be usable if you do? The second part of the information lifecycle is about obtaining and checking the information. You go out and get it, especially important if you've paid for it. You check that what you're getting is what you expected, it's of the right quality, it's complete. If it isn't, then obviously something's gone wrong. You might need to go and get your money back. You need to rethink your priorities. The third element is about exploiting the data and information, using it for the purposes you said you would use it for, and actually getting the products and outputs of exploiting data and information that you need. About records management, preserving the data and information that you hold and not keeping things you don't need to keep, frankly, but keeping the things you do need to keep for as long as you need to keep them. Good example is making sure you keep your financial records for 6, 7 years, whatever it might be, just in case there's some kind of question around tax or things like that. Keeping HR records until the employee is over 70 for pension purposes, that kind of thing. Keeping them safe and secure, managing those records, and ensuring that they're preserved against accidental deletion, destruction, alteration. Then comes the final part of the information lifecycle, which is about archiving or destroying the data and information once you definitely no longer need it. Some things need to be permanently preserved, a lot of things don't, but you need to record as and when things, data and information have been disposed of or destroyed. In many instances, you might want to hand over the data and information to another organisation for permanent preservation. A good example is public sector bodies will often hand things over to the National Archives once they no longer need them. Or they could pass them on to another organisation. So if you're building a railway, once that railway is finished and built, you will hand over your data to Network Rail or a train operating company or the Department for Transport. There are 2 other elements that are important for the information lifecycle, and they run throughout the lifecycle, so they sort of sit above it. The first is around information security. Throughout the information lifecycle, you need to ensure that the information is kept safe and secure. That means ensuring it isn't accessed by people who shouldn't access it, you don't have a data breach, you're not hacked, that kind of thing. And the final element is around assurance. Each of the steps of the information lifecycle flow into each other. You need assurance that each step is completed successfully before you can move on to the next step. And if it isn't completed successfully, you need to do some sort of learning exercise to work out what went wrong and to ensure that it doesn't happen again. So that was 3 minutes on the information lifecycle. There's lots more about information governance on our website. Please visit it and get in touch if you need any help with this important topic.